All right, let's talk about something that, let's be honest, most of us dread: networking. It can feel like such a chore, right? A total waste of time. But what if it didn't have to be? Today, we're diving into a strategy from marketing expert Vicky Wu over at Unscrewed Marketing, and it's all about turning networking into one of your absolute sharpest marketing tools. I mean, does this just hit home or what? You go to the events, you shake the hands, you collect a stack of business cards that just end up in a drawer, and crickets. This quote just perfectly nails that feeling of frustration. But the good news? There is a much, much better way to do this. So, first things first, let's get this out on the table. If you feel like your networking is broken, you are not crazy, and it's probably not your fault. The problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough. And here it is. This is the core idea. Networking, the tool itself, is still incredibly powerful. The issue, as Unscrewed Marketing points out, is that most of us are using it completely backward. We're treating it like this high-pressure sales environment instead of what it's really supposed to be: a place to build actual, genuine connections. Okay, so that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If running around trying to pitch your services to anyone with a pulse just makes people's eyes glaze over, what are you supposed to do instead? Well, it all starts with a huge shift in what your goal is for every single one of those conversations. This right here, this is the big idea. You've got to stop pitching and start positioning. So what on earth does that mean? It means your goal is no longer to get a client on the spot. Your new goal is just to make someone curious. Curious enough that they remember you and they actually want to learn more later. You're not closing a deal. You're just opening a door. Let's look at what this actually looks like in practice. The old way, the pitching way, it's all about take, take, take. You hand out your card, you pitch your thing, you ask for the sale. The new way is all about giving. You create some curiosity, you share a little nugget of insight, and you just start a conversation. It's a totally different energy, and people feel it. So how do you actually do this? Well, here are some super practical examples. Instead of just asking, "So, what do you do?" Try asking, "What kind of clients do you just love working with?" It's a way better question. Or you could share a tiny story. "You know, it's funny. One of my clients tried this thing last month and it worked shockingly well." See, you're giving away value. These little moves build trust way faster than any sales pitch ever could. And once you get this mindset, your whole world kind of opens up. Because this isn't just for those stuffy business mixers anymore. You start to realize that opportunities to connect are, and I mean this literally, everywhere. Look at this. Yeah, the formal stuff, the trade shows, the business breakfasts, they have their place. But the real magic, it can happen anywhere. The school pickup line, your local coffee shop, heck, even the line at the DMV. These are all low-pressure places where a real, genuine conversation is going to stand out a mile away. And hey, if you think that sounds a little crazy, you have to hear this story. It's a real one from one of Unscrewed Marketing's clients. A simple, helpful conversation while helping someone find an inkjet cartridge at Office Depot that led to a podcast invitation. That podcast led to two massive clients. That's a five-figure return on investment from just being a helpful human being for a minute. Wild, right? Okay, so you've had a great chat, you didn't pitch, you were interesting, you created some real curiosity. Awesome. But now we come to the part where almost everybody drops the ball. And you know what? It's probably the single most important step in this whole process. I know, this is a little harsh, but it's just so true. All that great work you did building rapport means absolutely nothing without a thoughtful, strategic follow-up. And no, just adding them to your generic weekly newsletter doesn't count. That's not building a relationship, that's just doing data entry. So the key is to be really intentional. Unscrewed Marketing lays out this simple tiered system. For a tier 1, hot connection, somebody you really clicked with, send something super personal, like a quick voice memo or a Loom video. For a tier 2, warm lead, maybe send them a helpful article you thought of. And for the long play, you tag them in your system and just stay gently on their radar. It's the personal touch that wins every time. And now we are at the absolute heart of it all, the real return on investment from all this effort. It's not a quick sale. It's something way, way more valuable and way more sustainable. It's about building genuine trust. This slide says it all. This is the entire mindset flip. When you walk into a room thinking, how can this person make me money? People can feel it. They can smell it on you. But when you flip that script and you start asking, how can I help this person? How can I connect them? What can I learn from them? Everything changes. Generosity is the bedrock of a powerful network. And look, this isn't some kind of magic trick. It's just a logical path. You start by offering value, by giving. You do that consistently, and it builds real trust. That trust creates amazing opportunities. People start referring you, they want to partner with you, and from those opportunities, revenue just becomes the natural, almost effortless outcome. So if you only take one thing away today, please let it be this. Your job at a networking event is not to be a harvester, running around trying to close every deal in sight. No, your job is to be a farmer. You are there to plant seeds, seeds of curiosity, seeds of helpfulness, and seeds of genuine connection. Don't worry, the harvest will come later. Because here's the final thought, right? The people who can fundamentally change the trajectory of your business, they aren't hiding in some secret exclusive club. They are all around you every single day. The only question is, now that you know how to do it, who are you going to choose to genuinely connect with tomorrow?